A year ago, things didn't feel right, and one thing and another, and I eventually was diagnosed with ALS, or motor neurone disease, MND, whatever you call it. It all means the same to me now. My doctor, he told me, I guess in the most sensitive way he could, that I'm dying. You know what it's like in a waiting room. I've sat in this one a few times now. I sit in my chair, just like normal, looking at the wall, the ceiling, the wall, a pamphlet, the wall. I feel sick and anxious, and my doctor, the physio, the speech therapist, all of them are great. But I know what they'll tell me. I'll be the same or worse. And I really want to talk to someone else in my position.
We wanted to understand how we could strengthen community for people impacted by ALS. Using a mixed methods research approach, we found that people with ALS feel well connected to and supported by their partners, family, friends, and care communities. But they often lack connection with other people living with ALS and are interested in learning from the experiences of others. We also learned that ALS is not well understood by the public. Finally, we found an engagement problem with the available ALS resources. Folks are hesitant to dive into online forums and to explore assistive technologies that may be helpful as the condition progresses. PALS is an interactive crowdsourcing and connection quilt that facilitates one-to-one connections and information sharing between people with ALS and improves awareness about the disease. It's an accessible interactive screen that is embedded within fabric hung like a tapestry in the ALS clinic. While waiting for their appointment, people with ALS and their spouses can choose to engage with the quilt via eye gaze, voice, or touch. They answer one question about the advice they would give to someone else impacted by ALS, can see what others said, then decide if they'd like to connect with someone else who responded similarly. When they submit their answers, a custom patch illuminates along with those that have been added by other respondents. If they chose to connect with someone, their answer submission triggers an email introducing them to someone else who also opted in. Once the quilt is filled with patches, it can be displayed in a public space to be used as an interactive, community-created art piece, building public awareness about issues commonly faced by people with ALS. The illuminated patches are interactive. If a patch is pressed, the screen shows a description of the ALS advice shared by its owner.
So I think this is something I'd definitely use. I'd love to engage by email or even meet up with people just to discuss problems and thoughts. I'm sure we can exchange some really valuable assistance.
PALS, patching ALS through crowdsourced advice, one-to-one connections, and public awareness.